Hey everyone, this is my reaction to the 21st and final episode of the second season of Mairimashita Iruma kun. Although I do think I have heard that there was a season 3 announced. I haven't confirmed that or anything, but I heard someone say that somewhere, so if that's the case, that is really good news because there is still plenty of story left to tell for sure. So that's something to look forward to. But this is the end for season 2, and last episode I think was the date with Amedi. I'm pretty sure that was what last episode was. But yeah, let's jump into this episode and see what we're gonna do. 3, 2, 1, play. Okay, are we like a, yeah, that. Oh, that is actually a really cool looking eye. Right. Hasn't been talked about much in the show recently, but that is a big thing, of course. And then it shows you my first thing after they ask that question. Oh. Oh. Are you gonna tell me this is the last time I get to hear this opening? That's moderately sad. But the good news is that season 3 means a new opening. Is it just me, or is Mairimashita Iruma kun not as popular as it should be? Because it's definitely better than more popular shows like My Hero Academia, for example. And yet nowhere near as mainstream. Boy, 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 boy. We are Nakama. I kind of mean to rag on My Hero Academia, but it wishes it could be as good as Mairimashita Iruma kun. Satisfaction, mogo moedu passion. Oi. The one who rules over the netherworld. Oh, that looks really good. The reflection, everything on that skull. Did you finish? Good job. I knew you could do it. The show in a nutshell. Also, did Opera always have that thing on his head? Yeah, similar to the human thingy. Ooh, cookies. That is something he would do. Is that beverage safe to drink? That smoke, my asthma, whatever, looked very, bad. Okay. Okay. Yeah, who is the winning team? I don't think it works that way, but oh my god, this is a spread. Thank you so much, Sensei. And she has something on her head too. I'll order one of everything you have, please. Is he really? Okay, I had a feeling that's what his logic was gonna be. So they all get double homework. That's such a pessimistic way to look at it, though. Everyone wins, everyone loses. I mean, if everyone's in first place, then there's only one position total. So inherently, it has to be the last position. Like, I get the logic, but it's messed up. It's messed up. Ah, the new term. He has one on his head too. Well, why do they have these on their heads? Go where? And they really like showing that thing. I don't blame them. It looks really cool. Okay, we're going somewhere. Okay. A disguise. Oh, right, yeah. That makes sense. Get him a pair of sunglasses. Or that works too. The Clark Kent treatment. Until he loses the glasses. Which very well could happen. If the writers want to add a bit of chaos into the episode. Right. Magical Street. That's the best street. Diagon Alley. Gotta get a wand and an owl. Yeah, I mean, we should have gotten him some glasses too. Well, yeah, he's a pretty big deal. Yeah, that's what I am. Those glasses kind of make him look so much older. Almost like a detective. Devia. It's not really a selling point for us. Grandpa spoiling him. Nothing new here. I like how they're like around horns. Because you wear them around horns. It's such a it's a thing that a demon world would have. It makes sense. Please back up the camera. Oh god. Okay, I wasn't expecting the fourth one. Violated the rule of 3 there. Now, if you can't fly, this might be a hard place to get certain stuff. You know, unless you just float them around, I guess. Grandpa, I don't need so much stuff. Why does it sound familiar? Oh yeah, I think you use it on Amity. Yeah, that. I'm a flying talking human. If I went to a magical academy, I would practice magic like all day long. Man, this random guy just... Oh, okay, he was a bad guy. I gotcha. I was like, is he really just like harassing some random person like this? But no, he had it coming. Because that would be something, right? Just float a random guy to prove your point. Someone who did not consent to it at all. Yeah, that was the thing in season 1. They did kind of want him to take up the job, but he wouldn't. What am I looking at? There's like 3 hamsters on hamster wheels powering something? That would really come in handy for any student. Never mind. That looks delicious. Lick it. Lick it good. Good thing we have somebody with us to carry this stuff. I mean, 2 seasons, I would hope so. But yeah, I'd say this was a pretty fun grandfather-grandson shopping trip. I would definitely say so. Just beaming. But I'll probably also have new challenges and bad guy stuff. Oh, damn. Yeah, wasn't exactly easy. Do your best. Okay, that's a sudden question. Um, Grandpa, how do you become the ruler of all the demons? And that look too. Pardon. I think he was a little bit taken aback by that. Not usually a question you say with such like an innocent, happy, face. Grandpa, how do you become the Demon King? I don't know why I got such a kick out of that. I had a feeling you would say something surprising. I didn't think it would be that. It's an awesome chair. Even has like lights imbued into it. I really don't think I can pronounce that name. Derry. Okay, so Sullivan definitely knew him pretty well. He just like didn't bother to show on a floating landmass. The missing Demon King Dedukira. Pretty good view. I created. So is he like the first and only Demon King that there's been? Is that the implication? Got him. Sachan. Such a beautiful long flowing hair. But yeah, I think that's the first time we ever actually saw the Demon King like that. Well, it's like when your son says he wants to grow up to be president. I like how they're showing people walking by. Really makes a place seem alive. It's a nice touch. Vaguely. Yeah. I'm pretty sure we saw them together in season 1. Saw some of them at least. Man, she's cute. And of course, one of them is, causing trouble. All of them have to basically support you, like be in favor of you. That'd be sick. Right. No wonder it's so hard to get a new one if everyone has to agree on it. All of it. Kind of gave me a little bit of chills. He says it. Yeah, he says to go somewhere else, and they do it. Not even off a cliff. Okay. Wow. Now I got some hardcore chills. If the Demon King says go straight, you go straight. Man, that's so cool. That was probably that was one of the most powerful chills I think I've gotten in this whole show. He was something. I'm sure you do a great job. maybe he shouldn't become the Demon King after all. Knowing what I know about Iruma, it would definitely be some pretty decent change, I think. I mean, with his backing, yeah, Iruma could probably do pretty well as far as his chances, right? Like, if Sullivan really put his 100% backing behind someone, they'd probably have a lot of sway with the 13 crowns. This would all be mine. Everything the light touches. Or doesn't touch, rather. That demon world breeze. Wonder what was going on in his head in that scene. Probably just like imagine the kind of world he would create. Grandpa, don't throw a temper tantrum. Be a big boy. Sure, whatever you say, Grandpa. Yeah, new school term probably goes hand in hand with new season. Thank you for translating this for me, Iruma. Yeah, heal. That was brought up, I think, in last season as well. My ring. So yeah, I think you were destined to become the Demon King, Iruma. That's kind of my opinion. So rest well, study well, play well, and you will be the ruler of this world before you know it. What would you do? Yeah. What what kind of world would you create? That would be something, right? A human being the Demon King. You'd be going full Bunny Black. Good times. But why is he like cosplaying as everyone? Uh, this is a little bit weird. It just is weird when they look like that. It's like a Horf. Sorry? It's just a ring. Don't whine so much. Please never look at me like that again. Ready for the new school term. The episode is just about over too. Big backpack. His day's not complete until he sees Iruma. Like his day doesn't start, you know. Why don't you have a big bag on your back? You're the odd one out. And this day will not be continued until next season. Bum, 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 bum. Okay, we have the school song. Okay, that makes sense. New school term. We gotta have the school anthem. If there's one thing Iruma will do after becoming Demon King, change the school song. Task number 1. Big boy. Yeah, I'm ready. That was so cool. Definitely the highlight of the season. Encore, encore. Hi. Is that an eye? Is that thing about to talk? Yes, yes, I hear you loud and clear. Please stop it. Okay, we have a time limit on ranking up. Okay. We are the abnormal class. Come on, don't be that way. They had to drop a bomb on us before they ended off the season. Of course they did. Okay. Oh, that's actually really cool. I actually kind of want to make that my desktop wallpaper. I actually kind of love that image. Yeah, that image is just I'll even show it. Like, look at that image. Oh, that is so cool. But anyway, that was the 21st and final episode of the second season of Mairimashita Iruma kun. And I thought it was pretty good. Obviously, it was a pretty chill episode. I mean, some shows will have their big climactic battle or whatever in the final episode. This show didn't. This show did not do that. They finished off their amazing, cool arc like 2 or 3 episodes ago, and then they decided to let the last few episodes of the show be more of like a more cool down, right? Because the show is not all about like epic battles and stuff, although we had some of that for sure in that previous big arc. This show is more about like the demon world and Iruma doing his best in it, right? And it's a lot of stuff with like getting used to school, making friends, deciding what he wants to do in life, and pursuing his goals to the best, his ambition to the best of his ability, right? While also keeping the fact that he's human a secret, So I do like that decision where we had that cool arc, near the end of the show, but not at the very end, so we could have some more fun character interaction focused final few episodes. Because a couple episodes ago we had the whole thing with Clara's family, which I loved. And then last episode we had the date with Amity, which I loved. And now we were able to have Iruma just spending some nice quality time with Grandpa, going on a shopping trip. Which makes sense because Grandpa, like, he's not like, he doesn't go to the school as a, classmate or anything like that. But he's very important in several ways. I mean, he's the, like, headmaster, I believe, of the school. As well as the person who adopted Iruma, like, brought him to this demonic world. As well as being, like, a member of the 13 Crowns. And the, like, most likely candidate to become the next Demon King, right? So there's just so much important plot stuff that connects to him in some way, in addition to just being like a close person to Iruma himself, our main character. So you can't really like exclude him too much, right? And obviously he's the grandpa, he wants to spend time with Iruma, he's the doting grandfather type of character. So it makes sense to have at least one episode before we end off where he gets to actually spend some one-on-one time, just some family bonding, hanging out with his grandson. Like it's a nice thing that we were able to do there. Right. And also gave us a chance, also kind of reminded the audience how important he is by having other people be like, oh, wow, Sullivan, it's cool to see you, and all that. They didn't notice Iruma, though, because he's got those, the glasses to hide his identity. And they worked pretty well. Although, I still feel like Sullivan should have had a pair too. Like, because people would just assume that if he's there, his grandson might not be too far away. Right? I mean, not necessarily because, they're not like attached to the hip or anything, but still, I feel like it would have been better to have him wear them too. But it didn't cause an issue, so I'm not going to harp on it or anything. But it was one of those things I definitely questioned a bit. But the shopping trip itself was pretty fun, and we also got to stop a shoplifter and do a bit of a good deed there. And getting to just see Magic Alley, whatever it's called, getting a good look at a certain aspect of this world is always a good thing. Iruma had a great time. And there was one of the highlights of the episode was still Iruma asking Sullivan how to become the Demon King. It's just the look on his face is what really made it. Like, it wouldn't have been anywhere near as good if it wasn't the just, that face. It made it so much better. But yeah, that actually gave us a chance to transition into seeing some like backstory stuff. Because I don't think we really ever got this much of the previous Demon King before. Of Derukiru, yeah. So, because he seemed like a fairly chill kind of guy. Like, he's not a maniacal, muhaha, bow before me, you peasants, He's not quite like that. He also doesn't seem to be like the type that likes to sit behind a desk, Like, for overall, he seemed like a pretty decent guy. Is kind of the impression I got from what little we had. Sullivan seemed to have a certain amount of respect for him, for sure. So, he was probably a pretty good one. I think there might be a little bit of Sullivan not thinking he can measure up to him, right? That could be why he never picked up the role himself, because he just doesn't feel like he could do it justice. But he has such a high opinion of his grandson that if Iruma like really campaigned for the position, Sullivan, I'm sure, would do everything he can to help him win. And there's not really a better ally to have when it comes to that goal than Sullivan. Like, he definitely is by far the best ally you could have towards that end. But and yeah, they gave us a little bit of a reminder of the 13 crowns, right? And we definitely did see them before in season 1. I think one was Amelie's father, one was like the guy that's pulling the strings for some of the evil stuff that's going on. One was really cute, and there's some others as well. But those are the ones that are most noteworthy that I've noticed. But yeah, that scene, like the scene where Sullivan says, you know, everyone, all the demons could get together, agree that we should go right, and the Demon King says, go straight, you dig a new path. Man, that was one of the best lines, I think, of the whole freaking show. Like, that was just, it was fairly simple, but it was just so good to get the point across. And so that was just great. It's like, I don't care how many of you people want to go right. Doesn't matter. I say go forward, you go forward, damn it. It was just so good. But that was so weird, though. Like, the, what would you even call it? Puppet show thingy that his ring friend was doing, showcasing all the, you know, the fun, happy stuff Iruma was doing, despite the troubles that his ring is going through, right? He seemed a little bit salty about that. After he made me horrifall that man, as he puts it. He gets all, you know, happy and flirty with girls and stuff. And then he looks like makes himself look like a stepmother or something. It's just, yeah, that was a thing. And they dropped one final bombshell on us near the end of the episode, where apparently they all have to reach a certain rank or they're kind of screwed. So it makes sense to give us something like that right before the end off, something to be left lingering in our heads, something to worry about. But yeah, they'll have to do their best next season. And I'm sure they can. I mean, they all worked hard together to get that room in the first place. I don't see any reason why they couldn't succeed in maintaining it through hard work and teamwork and all that. So I'm pretty sure it's all good. And having the school song playing as we get visuals throughout the season was a nice touch as well. The amazing school song. Okay. So, to talk about this season as a whole. I thought the season was great. I don't know if I like it more or less than the first season, but it's definitely comparable. For sure. For sure. There was a lot of good stuff in this season. Like, the Royal One classroom, you know, getting that. There was so much cool stuff that went along with that. Like getting to see, Iruma in his like evil phase or whatever it's called, right? Getting to see a new side of Iruma being all cool. Not like, you know, evil edgy boy or anything like that, but still more assertive, you know, just really cool. Seeing him like that was quite enjoyable. Getting that new, fresh feeling of his character. And also being able to like win against Callegro, who's always trying to conspire against them and use cheap techniques and stuff to get the edge and screw over his students, right? Whenever you get a big win over on him, it feels great. But yeah, that stuff. We had all the great Amadi stuff, like we had her Otome mode stuff, where she acted very different as well, so we also got to see a new side of her, which was great. And also, I think we got the, I don't remember his name, you know, what did I call him? Roto? You know, the attention guy, right? We got him this season. And I didn't like him at first, but he kind of grew on me over time, I'll be honest. And he did play an important role in that one big epic arc as well. So we had him, and we had Amadi, like, you know, take back her role, because Rororo, he challenged her on that, and she was in her Otome mode, so she was having some trouble there, but in the end, she was able to pull herself together and give her speech and, you know, reaffirm her position as the one and only student council president that this school needs. And that was all great stuff. We had Iruma temporarily being student council as well, which is good to see that, because he's very capable. He can definitely do it. But he decided not to in the end because it's just, you know, not for him, which is, you know, fair enough. We all had that stuff. We had just learned a lot more about the classmates in general, which I'm really happy about as well. Getting the class coming together for a common goal. That kind of stuff we got this season was really good. Let's see, what else? This is like, you know, more than a one core. So it's a little bit harder to remember some of the earlier stuff. But, I mean, I have the episodes in front of me. I could probably just look at them and see about If I can, actually click on the stupid folder. I just want to see what the earlier episodes were about. On episode 3. Yeah, that was the student council stuff. So that was pretty early on in the season. Go to episode 7. Yeah, we had our evil phase, the Iruma, around that point. How about episode 11? Because I feel like there might be stuff I'm forgetting about, but not really. I mean, we had the new teacher, the one with like the mask, right? He was also a new introduction in this season, and he was pretty cool as well. It's nice to see a more friendly teacher than Callegro, and he knows Callegro, and they also know like opera, so it's like they're like old classmates and stuff. So that was a cool dynamic that was kind of like introduced in this season as well, which I really liked. But the amusement park stuff, the amusement park arc, I guess you'd call it, was probably the overall highlight of the show as far of the season, as far as arcs go, because there was just so much good stuff there. The amusement park itself was great. Everyone was having a fun time. We had all that lore about the prison and the magic and how that runs it and all that good stuff. We got our one villain back that was like locked up there, and in the end did escape with the help of this one evil organization that was also introduced in this arc. And we had these powerful monsters fighting that we got the classmates got to do their thing to help fight them. And we got that amazing moment from Amity. We got some good stuff from Iruma in this fight, in those fights. We got just a lot of good stuff all around. So I thought this season was just really consistently really enjoyable. And sometimes season 2s can sometimes not be as good as season 1, but I feel like this show did not have that issue at all this season. It was at least as good as the first season, if not better. Like, I'm really leaning towards it being better, honestly. Like, recency bias and all that, but I still think this is probably better than the first season. I do think so. There was just so much good stuff throughout. But I can't remember it all off the top of my head because I'm not a computer. But there was a lot of good stuff. And if, there is a season 3, which I think there is, definitely implied there'd be a season 3 at the end of this episode, right? So that's something I'm for sure looking forward to. Looking forward to seeing that new opening because this show never disappoints with those openings. I don't expect it to ever, hopefully. But yeah, if you enjoyed my reaction to this episode or this series, I would really appreciate it if you click the like button and support me on Patreon so I can still be around for season 3, and not quit out of because of a failure. Right? So, yeah, with all that, I just gotta say goodbye. So, bye-bye.